And we're live. Greetings, friends. Happy Friday. Welcome back to the Bad Honor Commentary, live in Red Dead Redemption 2. How are you tonight? How was your week? I hope you had a good week. We are going to the doctor's office, but first Bill has to come home and lead the Pinkertons to us. What's that about? Thanks, Bill. Let me load up the chat here, see what's going on. Miko Herptile says, hello, Super Antonio City mods and everyone. Will be listening in the background while I do some house cleaning. Have a good stream, everyone. You have a good stream as well, Miko, and that's absolutely how I like everyone to enjoy my videos. Whether they are live or not, is just have them on in the background. You know, listen to my voice while you go about your day, doing chores, doing your homework if possible, or playing this game. J-Lash with the thumbs ups. Thank you, J-Lash. Appreciate you. I thought we might, what was I going to say? I thought we might get extra dialogue if we snuck up on them from behind, and we do not. We just sneak into the cutscene.
Come inside. Come on, it's raining. Hey, everybody, look who's here.
Hey, y'all done? Hey, old man,
Like that little pat he does to
They got John.
Miss Tilly, and he's even happy to see Uncle.
Not yet. They moved him to Sisika. He's been working
Micah's
on
back already.
Howdy.
And Mr. Pearson arrives with a plate of beans, or stew for him. Hammocks. Sleeping in hammocks, and look at the sweat on Abigail. In the candlelight.
How did you folks find each other? What happened?
Because it's hot, and it is not a dry heat.
Give me a cup of coffee or something.
It's a muggy heat. High humidity in the swamp. Herr Strauss doesn't seem to be affected by the heat. He's still got his bow tie and vest on.
We owe you. Yes.
And Mr. Pearson is always sweaty.
It's been real hard, Dutch. We've been
Sadie's here.
only just.
It's easy to keep her occupied
Been tough.
with a jar
There
of
ain't no doubt
potent
about
canine bait.
Trust me. I am gonna get us.
She's telling everyone to like and subscribe.
This ain't over.
Ain't none of you folks interested in our adventures?
Guess we're more interested in escaping the hangmen on our tail?
Cheerful nymph of the prairie.
Cheerful
wasn't
nymph
you,
of the
Abigail?
prairie.
Oh, sure. My fair heart jumps for joy when I set eyes on you, Micah.
Micah is a little flirty with Abigail, not in
We buried Hosea, Dutch. Charles and I stole
I
his
think in
body
a
from the law
predatory
one night.
sense. I
Gave
don't
him
think
a
he's
proper
attracted to
nice.
her. He's not really attracted to any of these women. It's just it's a way to get under John's skin.
And eventually someone new said you fools were out
And
here.
he doesn't really believe that there should be women in the gang in the first place.
In our
They don't
absence,
contribute.
Mrs. Adler here has been looking after things. Now sit down.
This is Agent Milton with the Pinkerton Detective Agency.
Already?
On behalf of Cornwall,
Bill led them back.
Carrying and Tor,
So we got to do an army crawl.
government and the Commonwealth of West Elizabeth,
Here we go.
we are here to arrest
There was a comment on one of the videos asking why where does your money go in Guarma? And yes, your money goes to 0, but you get it all back in chapter 5, or when you return, which I did not realize first playthrough. I thought we lost the horse. I thought we lost our money. I thought we lost all our weapons, all our talisman, all our hard work. I thought we'd have to do it all over again, but it's waiting for us once we return.
Where are we going?
This way. There's a trapdoor into the other house.
I was trying to avoid the doctor's office after this. We go back to Saint Denis because I wanted to load up on ammo and see what weapons we unlocked. We got the Evans repeater, spoiler alert. But
This
You can't avoid the doctor. Almost any path takes insanity takes you to that cutscene.
You mistook it for weakness. Now I will show strength, and you may mistake it for brutality.
Yes, I know I could have gone to Annisburg or Valentine or even Rhodes to do our to get some bullets. I did not. I think we have I think we have bounties in all those areas anyways. Always take out the Gatling gun first. And we get multiple tags. Gotta follow Mrs. Adler, who runs into the fire. The red mist has descended. I think we'll move on to chapter 6 tonight. Yeah, in fact, I know we do. What am I saying? So fast. I mean, chapter 5 is Gorma and a couple missions. You could theoretically put the hot air balloon mission into chapter 5, but I like it in chapter 6. Just because, you know, it's something pleasant in chapter 6. It's kind of romantic, a hot air balloon ride with Mrs. Adler. Sadie moved to under the desk. She's curled up on my foot. What's that? And I have green tea tonight. I do love my green tea. Get on the Gatling gun, please. Mistake I made first playthrough is trying to keep this Gatling gun at head level when we really should keep it at center of mass level for the maximum amount of casualties. And also I was worried about hitting Bill and other gang members. Which I don't think it's possible to do. Also, first playthrough, I was really disappointed that we couldn't loot any of these guys.
Bill and Sadie. You okay, son?
Sure. We ain't been back for more than a few
No,
days.
Bill went out
What do we do?
with Mrs. Adler and Arthur,
Take them some time to regroup.
but Dutch
Mr.
and
Pearson, Miss Grimshaw,
Micah
go
remained
pack it
behind.
up.
I bet
I'm
Micah
here. You and Bill, get out of
kept
here.
Dutch back
Let's scare off any scum still
and hoped
loitering
that
about.
there
We
would
need
be
a
more
couple of days.
casualties along the gang.
Please, gentlemen.
Peter Walsdorf says, "Hello, everyone. Greetings, Peter. How are you, my friend? Happy Friday. Welcome back. It's the Bad Honor playthrough. And we're bad to the bone. However, spoiler alert, we rescued Meredith and we were very good about it. We did not take the money. We did not take the reward. I couldn't bring myself to. She's been traumatized enough. You don't need to be rude or mean to her, and I don't think it's possible. The only Bad Honor thing you can do is take that money."
Not now.
I'm begging you to. They're gonna hang me. Break my...
Arthur has a soft spot for the ladies,
Please, do something. We will.
as you know. Peter Walsdorf says, "I'm doing great." That's good to know, Peter.
Yes, now. Maybe at Doyle's Tavern, a Million Avenue.
Okay.
Okay, we'll meet her, but we need a shave first. And here comes the Bad Honor Coyote. No, actually,
My lord, what a goddamn mess. Everything.
we get a
Not sure
We got Arthur writing in his journal.
Whole thing has been hard on all of us. Most of all on Dutch, who seems half crazed by all we gone through.
Miko says, "Hey, hello, J-Lash and Peter." Miko's around. I'm amazed we got a gold out of that. There's Cerberus, but we're all about the piebald Tobiano for now.
Let's go, girl.
Hey, you're okay, girl.
We got to get him to a stable and get a mohawk on him.
There, girl.
And then we'll use him, or her rather. I misgendered the horse. What's that about? Like it's 2016. Sorry. Sorry, algorithm, and sorry, politics. Sadie got misgendered this morning. Gentleman called her good boy. You don't see her complaining about it. And she has, and she was wearing, like, she has a pink collar and a pink harness with flowers on it. It's, you know, which partly I did because, you know, I wanted her to seem less threatening. But, you know, it's obvious. It's pink. But Peter says, how old is Sadie? Sadie is going to be 4. She's 3 going on 4. She'll be 4 in July. But you didn't see her complaining. She was just happy to make a new friend. Papa One is here. Greetings, Papa One. Everyone say hi to Papa One. And Mama One says, hey, gang. Papa One says, hey, family. Sadie is under the desk. There she is. I was telling Peter that Sadie got misgendered this morning. Someone called her a good boy. What's that about? And she didn't complain. She didn't go on Twitter and TikTok and yell about how she got misgendered. She was just happy she made a new friend. Peter says, hey, Papa and Mama One. And Miko says, hello, Mama One and Papa One. What was I going to say? I was going to say something else. Yeah, anywhere you go, we were trying to get to the gunsmith. You end up in the cutscene. Anywhere you approach. Mama says, hey, Peter, and hey, Miko, and Papa One says, hey, Miko, and hey, Peter. Mama One, what was for dinner? I had broccoli beef. Teriyaki beef. Teriyaki steak, actually. And broccoli. And rice. And some noodles. Mama One says, Sadie was just happy to be acknowledged. Yeah, well, she thinks that every stranger she meets is a new friend, a friend she hasn't met. And I do, you know, if someone wants to stop and pet the dog, I'm always happy to let them pet her because it lowers blood pressure, you know, and it makes their day a little brighter, I think. If you meet a friendly dog on your way to work or whatever. Channel member Glynis Coleman is here and says, hello, everyone. Greetings, Glynis. Glad you saw Sadie. Papa One says, finally got the piebald Tobiano, I see. Have you met the Murphys yet? No, we're going to do that in this episode, Papa One. Spoiler alert. And we will save Meredith and not do anything bad honorish with her because I just couldn't bring it in. It wasn't in me to do that.
Nearly there, just around this corner.
This gentleman is dressed like Gavin's friend. Glynis says, hello, Mama and Papa. And Glynis says, hey, Sadie. Say hi to Glynis. Say hi. Hello, Miss Glynis. And thank her for being a channel member.
Can I help you?
Glynis says, hey, Miko. And Miko says, hey, hello, Glynis.
Oh, just one second, sir.
Come in, pal. Come in.
Peter Waldorf says, "This is really sad that Arthur Morgan is coming towards the end of his life."
Mister, to you.
I'm sorry.
Yes, it is.
I was joking.
Honestly, I thought he would just retire to New Austin,
You got money?
you know, where there were, you know, like Doc
I
Holliday
mean, before I start treating you, 'cause
in
I got a
Tombstone
family.
for that dry desert air.
Here, that did.
First playthrough.
Sure. Thank you. Now, what's wrong? I mean, what appear to be the
Um,
symptoms?
Well, I think you've
But
heard
you know, all good things come to an end. But that's the great thing about video games is you can just start over.
Okay, now here. Breathe.
Cloudy's here. Cloudy says, "Howdy, y'all."
Again.
And Mama One says, "We went to Rome, Georgia to deliver horses, so we stopped at a restaurant called the Steakhouse, one of our favorites when we go around Rome." And Glenna says, "Hey, Cloudy."
What is it?
Yeah, I love steak. Well, who doesn't, really? Except,
You got tuberculosis.
and you know, this one loves
Sorry
steak.
for you, son. It's a hell of a thing.
Can't see her.
What you mean?
You're
She
real
has her
sick.
back to the camera.
It's
She's all
a
curled up.
progressive disease.
She's all curled on her seat.
Now, the best thing is rest. Getting somewhere warm.
Papa One says,
dry,
"Mama One,
keep it
myself,
easy.
and 2 farm hands,
Is
plus
that
a
possible?
farm dog, had a nice prime rib dinner tonight. Now we are back at home cooking a cold PBR."
It's not possible.
Miko says, "Hey, Cloudy," and Mama One says, "Hi, Cloudy."
Well,
Papa One, I don't know if you know, but you know, Pabst
Like
Blue
I
Ribbon
said,
is it's a hipster beer now. It's quite popular among the
yeah, but wait.
the fancy mustache millennial crowd
Let me get you
in
a little bit more.
cities like Portland and
today.
San Francisco and New York City. Your beer has been co-opted and turned into a fashion item. Bad Honor Coyote. Also, I believe we missed Brother Dorkin. I was wondering if it was skippable. I believe it is. Glynis says we had to go to Virginia last week. We didn't get to go to a nice restaurant while we were traveling. That's too bad. You know, I saw a video on Buc-ee's. I want to go to a Buc-ee's. That looked like so much fun. It's just so. It was like Southern Texas Costco. I mean, there's this channel I watch, Video Bob. He's in Las Vegas, and he restores or he makes Back to the Future DeLoreans, like 1-to-1 replicas. He takes, you know, he buys DeLoreans and turns them into the time machine DeLoreans, and you know, he's able to make a living out of that. And also, he has a Judas Priest cover band, and he's a very interesting character. But he was I think he relocated from Dallas, so he still has a factory or warehouse there for his car. So he was driving across from Vegas to Dallas, and he stopped at a Buc-ee's and did a tour of it. And I was like, how have I never known about Buc-ee's? I want Buc-ee's. Like, everything on the menu looked delicious. Papa One says, "Didn't know that one of my favorite is popular with an odd circle LOL." Yes, it is, Papa One. I don't know if you're happy or sad about that. I mean, it's good for the brand. Somehow Cerberus followed us. Mama One says, "It's sad Arthur is dying at such a young age. He's only 36. 36 was like 56 in 1899. He's lived a life. I mean, kids were getting married at 12. Glennis says, "Buc-ee's is great. We stopped there and got gas and dinner." And Scooby Person says, "Hello. I don't know if I can say the rest of your name, Scooby. I don't know if the algorithm will like it. And anyways, I don't want to get political." Glenn says, "Hello, Scooby," and Mama One says, "Love Buc-ee's." Yeah, it looked great. How did I never know about this? Yeah, I wanted to try everything. He just like he just like had his iPhone out and just went down the hot counter of all the food items you could get, and I was like, I want to try that and that. I'll try everything on the menu. It looked delicious. Then he went over to like the dessert section. Mama one says Cerberus is kind of clingy to bad honor Arthur. Yes, 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 he is, Mama one. Well, he missed him because he was in Guarma for so long. And then he got banana cream pudding, which I've never had, but looked delicious. I mean, I don't even know what that tastes like, but it sounds really good. Banana cream pudding. It was like some kind of pudding thing, maybe like vanilla with chopped bananas on top. I don't know. It sounded really good. Mom once says, did you sell the gold Turkman? We did. We got rid of him, which you recall we borrowed from this stable at the beginning of chapter 4 or 5. Also, regrettably, I regret it. We missed out on the exclusive bank robbery, the Rhodes Bank job. I was in such a rush to get to Guarma that I forgot all about it. Glenn says there is jerky. Their jerky is great. We had their beef brisket sandwiches. That's what Video Bob had too, I think. Looked delicious. Yeah, Video Bob. I recommend his channel. He just talks about life in Las Vegas and kind of does tours and talks about his life. It's interesting. I found his channel. Algorithm suggested it because I watch a lot of watch channels, and he was like unboxing a Rolex Submariner, and so I watched him, and then kind of just fell into him because of the algorithm. If you watch one, they'll like suggest more, and yeah, I like him. Glennis says, I just got to Guarma today. We got through Guarma so fast, Glennis, like it took us 90 minutes. And I'm sure you could do it in less than that if you skip cutscenes. Depending if you want to stay there or not. Picking up the Evans repeater. 25 rounds. Papa one says the piebald Tobiana is just a great horse for Arthur, but it actually would make sense for Arthur to switch horses frequently, as horses were often switched out if one could, especially a hard-living outlaw. Although personally, I would rather just make a lifelong bond with one horse. I love the size of the piebald Tobiano, the HH. I love, and I love that black and white coat. I think it's perfect for Arthur as well, as a daily driver. Glennis says, yeah, I usually rush through Guarma. Mauser, we got the Mauser already. The M1899 and the semi-auto. I don't like the bulb on the end of that. I don't understand. We have a Schofield. We have everything we want, pretty much, that is available for us. But the Evanses. Coming up on $5,000. I don't know if we'll be able to get 10 grand. Because now that we made it to chapter 6, which we will do at the end of this episode, I'm kind of eager to like just finish this live commentary and move on to The Last of Us. Just take a break from Arthur and Red Dead Redemption 2 and see how that goes.
You will feel the difference right away.
Someone's snoring. I can't detach the mic. It's like completely strapped in here, It's like, but you really can't. But I wish I could, because so you could hear her snoring. It's a very gentle, comforting sound. It's not like, and it's, you know, it's more like heavy breathing. It's quite feminine, actually. You know, she's not, but I just like, that's how comfortable she is with you guys. She can sleep in front of you, or she's just kind of bored with the live stream and YouTube in general. And what happened to our beard? Mom once says, imagine Dutch sending Charles to Gorma to find you. Arthur, Dutch is looking for you. Yeah, riding up on his horse. Do you want to come back with me? Mom once says, Gorma could have been more free roam friendly. Originally, you were supposed to be able to travel back and forth. We did a Gorma free roam early in the channel history, and you can find it. I've got a playlist somewhere on the channel if you want to watch those old videos. But yeah, there's really nothing to do there. I mean, we looked for the shark, never was able to find him. The rainbow boa, I have no idea where that thing is. And a lot of it is unfinished. It just turns into octagons. And Glennis says, laughing out loud, Mama. These kids. Can't really do anything to them, but you can make them run away. You can scare them a little bit.
You lose the scissors in your house? Grab a seat.
One Spartan, please.
So what'll it be today?
Thank you. Yeah, it looks good.
All right, you're ready to go. Thank you very much, friend.
She's tired. We ran more than usual during her afternoon run. Afternoon walk, rather. So I just felt like running a little more, and I like running her. Mama one says, isn't that Micah's beard style? Yeah, I believe so. But I just think it suited him for a Bad Honor playthrough. And also I use it for John's Marston Mondays.
What's wrong with you?
Okay, let's go back to LeGras and take a ride with Arthur, or with Charles. Yeah, we got to go back because the sideburn somehow grew out.
Keeping the soap sellers in business with all that hair, huh? So what'll it be today? Now that isn't half bad, huh? All right, you're ready to go.
Papa one says, I'm determined to locate a Hanoverian half-bred that is similar to the piebald Hungarian half-bred. The Hanoverian half-bred is the real-life Hungarian half-bred. You should put it on your channel, which you haven't really developed or accessed.
What's the problem?
I have never, ever done this. Well, I've pointed firearms at these guys. Everyone has. But I've never actually stolen the quarter that's in here. But we're going to do it. Mom once says, I usually do a right parted fade, an extra clean shave, or a small beard. Yeah, I don't think fades were available in 1899. I don't know if they were doing it. Could be wrong. I mean, they'd have to do it by hand. They hadn't really invented clippers yet, I don't believe. Or they had like handheld clippers. So they would like, maybe you could do a fade with a straight edge, but I've noticed that women pay way more attention to Arthur's hair than men. There may be some sort. She doesn't have fleas. She just gets itchy sometimes. Papa One says that and the Silver Dappled Pinto Missouri Foxtrotter. Those exist but can go for a minimum of 250 grand. And the Silver Dappled Pinto is an extremely rare coat. It sure is. I'm going to mention it now in case I forget, but I always like to take the canoe with Charles when we go up north. Where's Arthur going? Oh, I wanted to see if that snakeskin from Guarma would had any value with the trapper, and spoiler alert, it does not. It's just a 1-star snakeskin. The fer-de-lance snake. But yeah, I take the canoe up because it's a nice bonding experience with Charles, I believe, and they do a thing where they carry the canoe overhead, like, and that I think it's a Canadian reference, I believe. It's called portaging. The French Canadian trappers used to do that all the time, so it's just interesting that Charles knows that technique. And it's a, it's a little shout out to Canada, I believe. But in case I forget, I wanted to mention that part. Maybe I'll make a short out of it. Portaging with Charles in Red Dead Redemption 2. I've made a short out of everything else. Why not? Did everyone watch She Knew the Rules? She Knew the Rules short? She Knew the Rules, Arthur. We're going to see that tonight live. And then I have a short about Mrs. Adler's Vapors that is available for channel members, Glynis. But we'll go live at midnight. Pop One says, I always did the high and tight military haircut, Marine, until I was in my 50s. My son does the fade thing. He was a born cowboy, but the poor boy always cared about his hair, especially as a teenager. Yeah, I know what you mean, Papa One. And Micah says, hello, greetings, Micah. And Miko says, I watched it. Well done, Miko. Thank you. Appreciate it. She knew the rules, Arthur. I'm amazed that that is monetized, and like every LA Noire live stream gets demonetized, you can shoot a woman with a double barrel, both barrels, and just, and that's fine as a short, but LA Noire is immediately demonetized or limited Mama One says, can we do a rampage and see you get the highest bounty possible? A Trevor style rampage. Sure, why not? And Glynis says, hey, Micah. And Miko says, hi, Micah. A Trevor style rampage in Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm making a note of that. It's going to be called Trevor Rampage RDR2.
Well, we're back.
The red mist descends.
Hello, Arthur.
Papa One says, because when you get to Miss Grimshaw's age, the algorithm stops caring. She knew the rules, Arthur. I just love how she says that. You can hear the emotion, just the betrayal and the what would I call it? The ambivalence in her voice. That got a weapons locker. Got to dump some of these weapons.
What's going on?
We got an LA Noir live stream tomorrow night. We're finishing up there too. Mom one says you can choose whichever town. I keep a bet on Arthur and John epilogue where I have max bounty. Bounty hunters come after you like every 15 minutes. Yeah, I think we've got bounties everywhere except Lemoyne right now. And I got rid of the bounties in Lemoyne just so we could do all the mayor missions. Then I don't know chess well enough to know if Dutch is actually playing a real game. What's that about? Or if he's like repeating moves from a famous game. Mama one says, I wish they would have kept Le Gras as a camp a little longer. You can't even donate provisions. Yeah, we didn't pick up the cat mask either. Glenn says, I started a bounty hunter rampage. Throw dynamite off the hill over Strawberry into the town and then let the bullets fly. Yeah, I was thinking as I was talking about doing a Strawberry rampage and then leading the bounty hunters to Hanging Dog Ranch. That might be kind of funny. I don't know if that's possible. Papa one says it's actually a real chess move, Super Antonio. The move is called the Dutch defense, where you sacrifice all major pieces to protect the king. I have to look that up. I don't know if Papa one has made a funny or if it's actually true. Because if it's a funny, it's really funny. But if it's an actual chess move, yes, it is. The Dutch defense is a chess move opening that starts with the move d4 to f5. It is risky and sharp opening that's good for attacking players. Black takes control of the important e4 square. Black breaks symmetry and gains space on the king side. Black focuses on the king side, while white develops pieces on the queen side. I'm saying black so much, I'm sure the algorithm loves that. I'm sorry, algorithm, and I don't mean to be political. Micah says, I've led bounty hunters into the town of Van Horn for some very few tough guys stick around. That might be interesting. Papa one says, I used to play chess a lot. All the old crew did. You played all sorts of games, cards like poker, blackjack, dice, five-finger fillet, and others.
They want us, Arthur. They want us. And they are going to
Okay.
have us.
Well, you gotta pass the time. Did you, Papa one, Mama one, watch Yellowstone?
I can't help but feel we would.
Serena's here. Everybody say hi to Serena. Serena says, hi, Antonio. Sorry I'm late. Having family over. I have been watching. And Serena says, hi, everyone. Greetings, Serena. I hope you're feeling better. Sadie is in her crate, but I will bring her back just for you. Glennis says, hey, Serena. Papa one says, got a scar in my hand playing five-finger fillet with my dad. My son also has a scar on his wrist as he was trying to impress a girl when he was around 15. The knife slipped and went into his wrist. Wow. Ow. Serena says, hi, Glennis. And we've all done silly things to impress a girl. Mama one says, hey, Serena. And Papa one says, hey, Serena. And Serena says, hi, Mama one. And Nico says, hello, Serena. And Serena says, hi, Papa one. And Sadie says, hi, Serena.
Like you always told me not to, and I'm sorry, but I can't help but think that if we just
Okay, we are off to Beaver Hollow.
I believe we could hold.
Charles.
You and Charles, you could take folks up
And
that way.
I like how, even Bad Honor Arthur has a great rapport with Charles. It's like Charles I need you, or Charles, will you ride with me? And he goes like, always. Always.
I just need time.
Then note on the write-up, Charles calls Mrs. Adler Sadie because they bonded over all the adventures they had while everyone else was in Guarma. So they're on first-name basis now, which is good. Mama once says, we watched Yellowstone for like the first 3 seasons. Did you meet Teeter? Teeter is Michael Landon's daughter in real life. And I always liked that. She's a ranch hand with I believe she has a Texas accent. I don't know, but yeah, I watched like 3 or 4 seasons of Yellowstone. Papa One says, Mama One was upset. I let him play 5-finger fillet, LOL. Well, boys need to express themselves. Serena says, no, Antonio, not feeling better. I'm in pain. I'm okay. I be sleeping a lot. I'm sorry to hear that, Serena. You take care of yourself. Micah says, did you watch that Yellowstone spinoff? I think 1923 is the name. Yeah, the one with Harrison Ford, I believe. I've heard of it, and I think the first season is available on Amazon Prime now. So yeah, I'll probably watch it.
Get this done fast. The Pinkertons will have reinforced.
Mom once says, yes, we seen her, but we just got out of it. And Serena says, I'm going to be playing GTA Vice City next. I'll look forward to that. We're going to be playing The Last of Us Part 1 and Sleeping Dogs next. And Serena says, hi, Micah. And oh, and then what was it? Oh, Bones. Did you ever watch Bones? I've been watching Bones. It's also available on Amazon Prime, and there's like 12 seasons of it. Glenda says 1923 season 2 starts Sunday, and Miko says get well soon, Serena. And I think you'd like Bones if you haven't seen it. She's her name is like Dr. Temperance Brennan, and she's a brilliant forensic anthropologist who is a little bit on the spectrum. She's like super autistic, or she's got the same thing that House had. What is that called? It's not Alzheimer's. It's Asperger's. Yeah, she's but she's brilliant and kind of cute. She's Zoe Deschanel's sister. She's not as pretty as the TV show makes her out to be, but she's very charming. And it's like a comedy mystery drama, and she's like paired with this this FBI guy who's played by David Boreanaz, Angel from Buffy. And so they have a really nice rapport, and it's it's just like it's mystery and romance and zingers and brilliant forensic science. I don't know, you'd like it if you haven't seen it. I'm loving it. I started watching it because it was one of my mom's favorite shows. So it kind of, but I never watched it when she was alive, because I just thought it would just, I just didn't think it would be any good. But now I'm loving it, and wish I could let her know, like send a message to Valhalla that I like Bones, and I can see she recommended it to me, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I think I was watching Breaking Bad at the time, and there was no way I was going to recommend that to her. Miko says, yay, Vice City is my favorite. And Micah says, I want to see the new season of Reacher. I just noticed that 3 episodes are out on that. So yeah, I want to see that too. Papa One says, my son also had a black eye, as apparently that girl he was trying to impress had a high school jock who apparently liked her as well. A lot of the local high school kids hated our cruise kids, as every good-looking girl loves a cowboy. LOL. Mama One says, I never watched Bones. I used to be obsessed with Law and Order SVU. I think you would like Bones, Mama One. I think you would like, I highly recommend it. And there's 12 seasons, but it's, you know, it's light, it's dark, but it's like, it, you know, it has its like lighthearted moments. And, you know, every character in Bones is interesting. And you know, you get to like them. Cloudy says, I recently watched The Witch. Has anyone watched it? It's definitely in my top 20 horror film with Anya Taylor-Joy. Before she was Anya Taylor-Joy. Black Peter. Is that his name? Yeah, you know, I like all of his movies. I still haven't seen Nosferatu. Miko says, I watched a little of Bones. I watched House up to until season 2 and Crossing Jordan. Yeah, algorithm recommended Crossing Jordan. I tried to watch it, couldn't get into it. I don't know why, because I love Bones so much, and it seems like the exact same premise or format, except with in Boston. The portaging scene is coming up. Glenna says we're going to watch some Reacher tonight. I love the guy they got to play Reacher. Here's the portaging. He's just a monster, or he looks like a monster on screen. He's not that tall on in RL. Serena says, I've never played Vice City before. I hope I do good playing that game. I'm sure you will. Also, it's an old game, so, you know. Mom once says, you can tell how much Arthur misses Hosea, high or low honor. I never went the canoe route with Charles, so this is nice to see. Yeah, I think, you know, there's more bonding involved, I think. And, you know, it's more of a Native American tradition, canoes. Mama one says, are you a fan of Law and Order SVU? Or any of the other Law and Order spin-offs? I watched Law and Order SVU, again, because my mom loved it.
All right, let's walk it from here.
Elliot and Olivia. Forget Mariska Hargitay. Her mom is Jane Mansfield. What's that about? And her dad was Mickey Hargitay, who was like a bodybuilder. So, but yeah, I kind of liked it, you know. But you know, I think I liked CSI more those days when I actually had a TV. CSI, I watched like all the CSI franchises. I loved that formula. There was like Las Vegas was the first one. Then there was like Miami, New York, and I think New Orleans. And I don't know if any of them are around anymore. Mom once says, House is one of my favorites. Celebrity crushes Dr. House. He's a Brit, you know. That guy, Hugh Laurie, I believe his name is.
Stranger, might watch where you wander.
Cloudy says, Serena, after you've done watching Sons of Anarchy, you should play Days Gone. LOL. Sons of Anarchy. Wow. I'd love to see that again. I'm not willing to get a Netflix subscription. But yeah, I loved Sons of Anarchy. And The Shield. Do you remember The Shield?
Yep.
Serena says, LOL Cloudy, I'd be too scared to play Days Gone. I have watched the game. It's scary. Let's borrow these horses. Serena says, nice, Mama. I love Gemma. I also love Jax. Jax is Australian, I believe. And Gemma is married. The actress is married to Kurt Sutter. Katie Seagal. Yeah, I loved Sons of Anarchy. Though, what's that guy? Ron Perlman? Hellboy. It was a great role for him, but he turned into a huge lib. He's very, you know, it's like all these actors are embarrassing themselves and ruining their legacies by talking about their politics on Twitter. which they really shouldn't do. Mom wants it's on Hulu, Super Antonio. Have you watched Mayans? I hear it's good, but not as good as Sons of Anarchy. I have not. I didn't care. I was like, Sons of Anarchy was enough.
I say we dismount here and follow them on foot. See where they're going.
But I did like when they would like appear on Sons of Anarchy, and I think it was an interesting idea for a spin-off. Serena says, really, I didn't know Jax was Australian. Yeah, that's why you like him so much. You Australians stick together and you don't even know it. Pop One says, Ron Perlman, like Robert De Niro, plays tough macho characters, but are whiny bitches in real life. Ha ha. Pop One says, Jax is British. Oh, okay. Thought he was an Aussie. Mom One says, I wish we could get a DLC with Charles and Sadie while the boys were in Guarma. Yeah, there's so many missions there. Like, you know, clearing out LeGras, getting Hosea's body, getting, what's his name's body, helping Abigail. Maybe they helped Abigail escape from the Pinkertons or something.
We must be close now. Let's stop and have a look from the top of this hill there.
And then Charles talks on his ride up. He talks about how he's been hanging out with Rains Falls and Eagle Flies and helping them. So we could like have you could do like you know, you switch between characters and you could do a Charles mission with Eagle Flies. Where he's got to get not the Chanupa or just some kind of Chanupa type of talisman. Serena says, love them all on Sons of Anarchy. Love their accents. Their American accents. I remember the first time a British girl said she loved my accent. And I was like, oh, I have an accent. I was just going to say the same thing to you, which is exactly what I said to her.
Jesus. They must be in the cave.
Serena says, yes, that's true, Mama One. I would love that with Charles and Sadie.
Okay. What you think? We can head into the cave or flush them out with dynamite?
Sorry it's so dark. Usually I color correct, but I did not this time.
Be safer.
Papa One says, Jax's actor played in the remake for Papillon, the original of the classic with Steve McQueen. Yes, but the remake of Papillon is just as good, in my opinion. I never saw the remake because, you know, I love Steve McQueen. And I just assumed it would be horrible. We were super aggressive with the dynamite, and we actually did quite well with these guys. They did not swarm, which was a little disappointing. I was looking forward to it. First playthrough, they swarmed. It was like a zombie attack. There were so many of them. We did horribly. Serena says she saw Jackson King Arthur. I don't think I saw that. He was in a Guillermo del Toro movie that I highly recommend called Crimson Peak. Played like a Jonathan Harker character. Mom One says, the Skinners and the Murphys give me the creeps. The night folk aren't as prevalent, so they don't make it as much of an impression. Yeah. I think the night folk were an underutilized variant.
Okay, Arthur, you were wrong about these.
See, we took care of these guys really fast. Kind of disappointing. Papa One says the Papillon remake has Rami Malek and Jax Teller in it. I think Rami Malek is the guy who played Freddie Mercury. He is. Also, he was in a TV show called Mr. Robot, which is really good if you like hackers. And he also plays like an autistic, Aspergery kind of guy. What is it with Hollywood liking these? I think because all the writers are on the spectrum as well. But I'm accused all the time of being on the spectrum in comments. Really like that. That force multiplier. Did you like that grenade dynamite toss? Papa 1 took like 4 out at once. Dominic says hello. Greetings, Dominic. We're just kind of hanging out, talking about TV, and watching Arthur deal with the Murphy brood. The brood of Murphys. Last one. Ammo dump. And we gotta get Meredith. Meredith is freaking out. Calm down, lady. We're here to rescue you.
Come on. Let's get that poor girl out of the cage.
Sabrina says, hi, Dominic. And Mom one says, I wish the Night Folk would have been in a few story missions for Chapter 4. Yeah, the significance of the cat mask. The cat skull mask. There's not really a significance to that other than being a collectible. But it would be cool if like they worshipped it or something. Or if you had to fight people to get it, just to make it a little harder.
It's okay. It's okay.
Papa one says, Rami Malek also plays Snafu in the HBO Max series The Pacific. One of my favorite war series along with Band of Brothers. Believe it or not, I also like watching series like Generation War, a German TV series about the Eastern Front during World War II. And Miko says, hey, Dominic, I believe it, Papa 1.
Let's go.
It's fine, miss. We're here to rescue you.
Where you from?
Annisburg.
What do we do with her?
Yeah, poor Meredith. She's been through enough.
Go get the others. Sure. Miss, you okay to ride on my horse a little?
Yeah, Serena agrees.
keep you
Poor
safe.
Meredith. Look at those eyes. That 1,000-mile stare. She has seen some things. I don't know if you would recover, honestly,
Yes.
emotionally.
They,
Well, maybe you would just because, you know, these people,
Okay, miss.
they came from a hardier stock
they
than
You're safe now.
than the people that are alive today, I think. So yeah, I believe she would have recovered. But she'd have been super religious probably.
It's all right, miss.
Glenna says, we watched Sisu a couple of weeks ago. A bloody but good movie.
Some folks
I saw a really interesting movie called Shot Caller, a prison movie that I really liked because I kept seeing shorts from the algorithm kept giving us shorts.
miss. It's okay.
So I watched it. It was on Tubi and starred
This will
I don't know his name. He was Jamie in Game of Thrones. I think another Brit or Australian. I forget. But
the mining cottages.
he played like a white collar guy that
If you get me to the main street, I can show
That-
you from there.
has like a drunk driver. He kills his best friend who's in the back seat during a drunk driver incident and gets sent, gets 10 years. But during those 10 years, he just in order to survive, turns himself into he has to join a gang, of course. And it's the gang that white people join in. And the shot caller at that point says that if you join this gang, if you accept our protection, you're going to have to get your hands dirty. You're not going to be helping us with our computer skills. And he's like, I understand. And so yeah, he completely transforms himself physically, emotionally. Gets all the tattoos and by the end turns himself into the shot caller. It's like his old life is over and this is his new life. It's fascinating but kind of horrifying to watch as well.
miss.
But I recommend it. Man with no name, greetings, says, I want to ask about the Limpany Gold Bar glitch. It doesn't work anymore. Mine stopped after doing it a few times. I want to know, how does it happen? You have to be in version 1 without being updated. Man with no name.
You saw some
And if
pretty
you are in
bad
version
things, I'm
1,
afraid, man. Murphy Brew got
make a save
How did you manage?
before you start and reload the save if it stops.
Let me give you this.
But it takes it's like it should keep going
That's okay, man.
infinitely.
You just keep Keep her warm.
if you are in version 1. Cloudy says, I finally downloaded Tubi a few days ago. They have lots of superhero movies on there, so might watch them. Yeah, Cloudy, I recommend Tubi. I think it's one of the best of the free streaming services. Mrs. Downs has an OnlyFans, an analog OnlyFans, which was called prostitution. Papa one says, a hardened prison gang member. Man with no name says, I followed your video on it. I was trying to hit a few million, but it stopped happening. Try quitting the game and reloading. See if that helps. Papa one says, thing about shot caller is that it is completely possible that a normal person could end up down that path. One mistake can ruin your life if you are not careful. Yeah, that's basically what happened, Papa one. It sounds like you've seen that movie. Oh, yes, you have. Papa one says, Shot Caller is a fantastic movie. It's about a guy who starts off as an accountant who's never been a criminal, but gets sent to prison after a DUI manslaughter conviction and ends up becoming a hardened prison gang member. Yeah. I thought it was done quite well. It's a movie that I only need to see once. But yeah, it was fascinating. It's about survival. Man with no name says, I'm in version 1, kept doing it, the save and reload, and it stopped doing it on PS5. It should work. I don't have a PS5. We only did that on PS4. Save and reload, exit and reload. That's all I can tell you. And it should work.
You did what?
I loved you, you goddamn bastard!
The man with no name says, also your videos on Red Dead are amazing. Thank you, friend. I hope they mention you or something like that in the new Red Dead. It would be pretty cool. That would be super cool, man with no name, if they were going to make a new Red Dead, but I am sure Rockstar is working on GTA 7 at the moment with $signs in their eyes. She knew the rules, Arthur. Now get to work, everyone.
Arthur, what the hell is wrong with you? Mr. Pearson, Mr. Williamson, get this body out of here and get it burnt.
Man, Mama once says Miss Downs has an in-person OnlyFans.
Get back to work.
Man with no name says, thank you for your help, sir. Thanks for being here, friend. I appreciate it. And thanks for watching those videos. And Papa One says, man with no name, I'm all in favor of the next playable character in Red Dead 3 being named Super Antonio. And the Bad Honor Coyote is coming closer and closer. And this is what I did the Bad Honor playthrough for, is for like scenes like this, which I have literally never seen before. So we made a short of it. But I also put it on the end of She Knew the Rules. Arthur is not doing well, but we're going to run into the cave because there's a little money in there and a jewelry bag. That I believe the trunk in there respawns. And we got gold there too. What's that about? Is she fighting with Karen? Is Karen still around? Yeah, Karen is still around. Mama one says, Dutch never asks how Arthur is when it comes to his illness. I don't think Dutch even notices. Only Micah really notices. Old black lung.
Dutch has lost his mind, Arthur.
I don't know anymore.
And Bill will not give up his sheriff's badge. He's very happy he got that. He's proud of it. It's like his military record. I was in law enforcement. Mama one says you should do a non-stop live stream of you getting the Legend of the East Satchel. Yeah, we'll do that. Because, you know, after we finish this, we'll return to Free Roam Fridays. And that's one of my favorite things to do. Miko says, yeah, Karen confronts Grimshaw because of Molly. I feel that Molly and Karen were best friends. And they came up together. Perhaps they were even like, you know, so, or perhaps they even joined the gang together. But then Karen felt betrayed because Molly moved in with Dutch and, you know, raised herself in the status of the gang. And Karen was left behind with the other gals doing chores and working for Ms. Grimshaw. Mom once says, Bill is that one kid who wins the science fair once but never takes the ribbon off. Yes, this trunk, I believe, respawns. And Serena is laughing at Bill's badge. I'm giving her her special potent canine bait is banana chips. It's human food. So they're very low calorie. There's no sugar. I mean, there's only the sugar of the bananas. It's just dried bananas, and she loves it. It's good for her digestion. Smells good. I could eat it if I want. I don't like them. I'd rather have regular potato chips, thank you. But she loves them. At any rate, so I don't want you to think that I'm overfeeding her. At any rate, that's about all I have for you tonight, friends. Mama once says, Nate's here. Hello, friends. Hopefully I made it in time for the remaining of the stream. And Mama once says, Karen and Molly hated each other in the beginning, but despite the most vocal and rude to Molly, Karen genuinely cared for Molly's feelings and knew she was being played. Karen and Molly. I don't think Karen really had like those kind of emotional. It's like I don't think Karen hated anyone. It wasn't in her nature. No, wait, no, Karen. I'm thinking of Mary Beth. Sorry. Yeah, at the start of the game they hated each other, but I believe before that. I mean, you would only have that kind of rivalry and that hatred if you were friends before, I believe. At any rate, that's about all I have for you tonight, friends. I appreciate you being here. I'll leave the chat going for you. Shout out to the mods, Miko and Sabrina, Starhearts, and Mama One and Papa One. Appreciate all of you being here. We shall return tomorrow night with an LA Noire stream. Like and subscribe, and enjoy the rest of your evening, friends. See you tomorrow night.